Fighting continues to rock Sudan despite the extension of an internationally backed truce. Despite an extension of an internationally backed truce, heavy fighting continues to rock Sudan's capital Khartoum and its twin city Omdurman. The reports Friday of gunfights, artillery shelling, and even airstrikes in populated areas. Turkey says one of its evacuated planes was hit by gunfire, but there were no casualties. And some doctors have reportedly been kidnapped in order to treat wounded fighters. Since the fighting broke out on April 15th between the army and the paramilitary RSF group, the country's health ministry has reported more than 500 people have been killed and thousands more injured. Dozens of hospitals are out of service and Sudan's health system is nearing collapse. Tens of thousands of people have fled the country as international evacuations continue. The UK says it will end its flights on Saturday evening after a number of British citizens began to decline offered airlifts out of the country.
Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has reappeared in public after 3 days out of the public eye in the middle of an election campaign. According to his officials, he'd been suffering from a stomach bug. He reappeared at an air show in Istanbul, looking frailer than usual and fumbling with a bouquet of flowers before the camera cut away. Erdogan has been in power for 20 years, and at 69 years of age, questions have arisen about his state of health. With just 2 weeks to go, most polls show him slightly behind his secular rival, Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu. If Erdogan were to be defeated, it would be an historic moment for Turkey and signal the start of a new era. At the military air show, which Turkey described as the biggest in the world, he was accompanied by President Ilham Aliyev of Azerbaijan and Prime Minister Abdelhamid Dbeibeh of Libya.
A massive fire has ripped through an oil reservoir in Sevastopol in Crimea. Russia says it was hit by 2 Ukrainian drones. A Moscow-installed governor says there were no casualties. It's the latest in a series of attacks as Russia braces for an expected Ukrainian counter-offensive. Sevastopol is part of the Crimean Peninsula that Russia annexed from Ukraine in 2014, a move most of the West considers illegal. The city has come under repeated air attacks since Russia's full-scale invasion last year.
The European Commission has resolved a dispute with 5 member states over their contentious import bans on Ukrainian grains. The initial bans came after countries saw a massive increase in the amount of cereals from Ukraine, causing silos to fill up and local prices to fall.
The European Commission will propose emergency safeguard measures for 4 most sensitive agricultural products: wheat, maize, rapeseed and sunflower seed. We'll put forward safeguard investigations for several other products. There is going to be a financial support package for farmers in a neighboring member states of 100 million euros.
In return, the Commission has demanded that Hungary, Slovakia, Romania, Bulgaria and Poland remove their limits on Ukrainian grain. The bloc has also agreed to renew its suspension of tariffs on all Ukrainian products imported into the EU for another year.
On his second day in Hungary, Pope Francis chose to meet with refugees and poor people at St. Elizabeth's Church in the capital, Budapest. He then thanked Hungarians for welcoming Ukrainian refugees to their country. Ironically, it has one of the most anti-refugee governments in Europe, and its Prime Minister Viktor Orban has repeatedly claimed that migration threatens Europe's Christian culture. Francis had avoided visiting Hungary until now because of the government's extreme stance.
E grazie per come avete accolto, non solo con generosità ma pure con entusiasmo, tanti profughi provenienti dalla Ucraina.
Refugees from Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran and South Sudan also attended the service. Hungary's built a razor wire fence along its entire border with Serbia to try and keep out migrants from those countries and many others.